You're in a chokehold because you don't have a roster. You're in a chokehold because you don't have a roster. All those feelings that you have for that one person, that could get dispersed among others. So you won't be in a chokehold because you don't have a roster. Get it up. It's getting hot outside. It's probably already hot. Go ahead and get your roster. Get up out that chokehold. You don't like that motherfucker like that for real. I'm just saying. Roster time.
No. Look, you're in a chokehold because you don't realize that you are actually in love with a version of yourself in those relationships that you're in, right? It's not the person that got you in a chokehold. It's you that got yourself in a chokehold. You are really in love with who you are when you're with that person or individuals. It's not them. That's what has you in a chokehold. The feelings that you have for yourself while you're in those situations. And coming from a retired male whore, you don't want a roster. You don't want that. I did the whoring at such a level that when I would wake up in the morning, I wouldn't have anything for myself. Things on my vision board that needed my energy, I did not have it for it, right? Because I was entertaining so many women that when it was time for my creative juices to flow, I used it already. The last 2 weeks, I was with 6 people, you know what I'm saying? The last 90 days, bad advice. You don't want a roster. You don't need a roster, especially if you're trying to get some money, especially if you're trying to produce something incredible, whether that's an album or photos or whatever your project is. Your project needs your undivided attention. The thing you're working on is going to open up a world that you didn't even know existed. The things that you're working on, when they blossom, it's going to take you to heights that your mother and father never even went to. If you have a roster, you have to divide yourself so crazy. Now, listen, this is not about is it right or wrong. Do you. What I'm telling you is, if you're a creative, if you're an artist, you need that creative fuel for yourself, right? And also, entertaining a lot of people, you run the risk of having split personalities, right? Where you have to show up as a different version of yourself to everybody, right? And you're going to forget who you are. And I know this because I played the game at a certain kind of level where it drove me mad. You know what I'm saying? Look, stay focused. Pour all that energy that you would have for a roster in your vision board. You understand? Because when are you going to get to the plan? You're older longer than you are younger. And as you age, your cell phone bars goes down, right? So now, if you're going to entertain a lot of people, right? You do it in a way, if you're going to do this, you do it in a way that those people are a vehicle that you hop in that helps you get to the person that you're trying to be. Don't just entertain a roster to keep yourself busy or because you're a freak or none of that. If you're going to collect people and have people in your life, each person has to be a vehicle or a ship that helps you move closer and closer to the man or the woman that you are desiring to be. Don't just be having a roster because you need somebody to take you on a dinner date or a movie date. No. If you're going to play that game, when it's all said and done, use the individuals that help you become the man or the woman that you want to be. So you don't actually have to sleep with everybody. You don't even have to talk to everybody every day. But when you do talk to them, it's so much value that you get from the relationship that you are a better person because of the interactions. Take it from a male bop, right? My body count does not make me a better person. I left a lot of time on the table, right? I should be way further, but I was bed hopping, right? I was bopping at a at a historic level. And I don't have nothing to show for it. Don't have a roster, yo. Focus on your vision board. But if you do have a roster, make sure the people are so valuable that every time you interact with them, you're a better man and you're a better woman.